So what are we talking about today?
We have to talk today?
Isn't that what we're doing?
I thought you were just going to sit here and look pretty. Sorry, it's been a while. Life happens. We've had a few challenges with getting time to sit down and do one of these videos, and before we get into it, I wanted to bring this out. These folks that we met in Presque Isle, Michigan. And I'm sorry, they told us their name real fast and we forgot. He does the 10 o'clock shot. It's whichever Michigan team is green.
Michigan State.
Michigan State, okay.
You're welcome.
Well, anyway, they were the first people that we've run across that had seen these videos that we didn't know. You know, so and we traded koozies with them, and I just wanted to say there, and hey, if you guys are watching this, go ahead and comment who you are, and maybe we'll try to remember next time. We're terrible with names. So where are we this week?
We're up in Minnesota somewhere, right?
Oh, that explains it. I got brain frost. You better go look together and see exactly where up there we are. Well, guys, it's landing during time again from Afton, Minnesota. Well, that's not where we're at right now, but
that's where the video stops.
correct. We finally started making the trip down after getting up to the head of navigation. We left St. Paul. A little bit of downtown again. You saw it a little bit ago, whenever 2 or 3 videos ago. But,
Yeah.
We showed you a little bit of that. On through Lock 2, through Hastings. A little wait there, and then up into the St. Croix River.
Yes. Which I don't recommend if you're on a big boat to do that on a weekend. Just saying.
Well,
And you saw why.
yeah, just a little bit busy. Well, and the St. Croix is busy no matter what. It's the Stillwater is kind of the premier port for the bigger boats that are up there around Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the St. Croix is a pretty clean river. You saw there on the way up, you could see the divide line between the Mississippi and the St. Croix. Even though it wasn't particularly clean, the water is fairly clear, but it had a lot of algae in it when we were up there. They had some kind of algae bloom for some reason. But anyhow, we get to see some other loopers that we were in contact with. We've got some pictures here. Ron and Nancy from Flying Colors had us over to their boat.
Probably the most interesting yacht club I've ever seen.
Oh yes, very interesting. The Afton Yacht Club, there's a little point that sticks out on the opposite side of the river on the Wisconsin side, that they own it, and they ran power into it, and that little point's very unique. It drops off into deep water right away. So even big boats like this, they beach them up on the sandbar, and then they instead of running generators, they run their cords over and plug in.
And they sit there all weekend on a big sandbar, basically. I mean, really, that's what it is. And it does extend out, and they've got, markers, because, I think the year previously they were saying that some drifted away or something, and so people were getting run aground because they didn't realize how far out it went, but...
Oh, God, yeah. Well, and then also, too, it's private property. It's kind of odd, that usually a sandbar on the river,
it's just
pretty much fair game, but no, not in that case. It's actually privately owned. But we sat there with them, and we got a couple pictures while we were out there, because we had dinghied over. We anchored.
Yeah.
You saw at the end of the video where we anchored, and went over and visited with them and toured the club, and about an hour. It's kind of nice. We went back to the boat then, and
an amazing sunset.
yeah, well, we had a little dinner, and then a great sunset. You saw the start of in the video, but then I cut the picture with it just getting ready to go down. There's of course there had to be a wakeboarder going through right then to ruin it, but but then after they were gone, it looks like just a red hot little ball of metal settling into stuff. But it was very pretty up there.
Yes. And even though during the day it was extremely busy and there were a lot of boats, once the sun went down, it was a quiet evening at anchor. It wasn't crazy. We weren't getting, waked or anything like that. It was a nice evening.
Oh yeah, very very quiet. Well, and we were off. Everybody anchors in that little spot there. It's a lot of that part of the river's deep, but there's a shelf you know, about, I don't know, 16, 18 feet deep in sand. There's a shelf there that, and that's where people anchor. So we got in the middle of it and took a spot.
We did.
And spent the night there.
We did. It was a nice evening.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good trip coming back. And then, let's see, now next week, and yes, you'll have a video next week. You will. We take off from there. We go upriver just a little bit, up by Stillwater, close to Stillwater. There's a railroad bridge there that, since we weren't going to stay in Stillwater, we didn't bother to have them open. But we went up to the bridge, turned around, headed back, and we got down to Red Wing, Minnesota. And boy, is there a story for that trip. But you'll have to wait till next time for that.
Yes, you will.
So in the meantime,
Cheers.